Joining us now is the athletic director for Florida Southern, Drew Howard, and welcome back.
Good to see you guys. Glad to be here.
I appreciate you being here because I know how busy you are right now.
Or at least your
staff.
Yeah, we're all busy. The day started at 4 a.m. today.
Yeah.
So it's a full busy day.
Well, I know you and I both are excited about this because going back a number of months, working together, tourism and sports marketing with Florida Southern College to bring the small college basketball tip-off classic. I like to call it Maui East.
Yeah.
So if you grow up and Thanksgiving, you're a basketball fan, you turn on ESPN, and the Maui Classic's always going on. You have the top teams in the country playing in that. Well, this is the same type of event, and this is for Division II. And this is something, I believe it was being hosted in Missouri, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it's been in St. Louis the last few years.
And we were able to recruit it to occur here in Polk County. Of course, a rich tradition, not only with Florida Southern, but basketball in this community with state championships and the like. But this event is coming, and something crazy like 5 of the teams participating are in the top 25.
Yeah, I think we got 3 or 4 in the top 6 or 8 in the country.
Sure.
Yeah, it is really similar to the Maui Invitational from the Division I side, except it's probably even more top-heavy in terms of the talent in Division II. We have 10 teams from all over the country. We got teams from Michigan, Florida, Alabama, Texas, all over, and obviously in Missouri, all over the place, ready to come here and play in the Jenkins Fieldhouse in Polk County in Lakeland, and it's a really special event. We're really proud to have it.
Well,
Awesome.
I think, sorry, Gerald, I just want to I didn't want to step on your toes there, but I want to make a point before I forget, because we both know I forget things all the time. One of the reasons this is on campus at Florida Southern is to give that smaller, more intimate feel, which is exactly what the Maui Classic is. You could go to a large venue and have the event, but having the fans right on top of you, having the top teams in the country, it's really what our strategy was for this, correct?
100%. It's never been on a campus. And so to bring this event to Lakeland, but also to bring it onto a campus environment where, a little more student excitement, a little more fan excitement, and everyone is literally right on top of each other. The Jenkins Fieldhouse is a great venue, but when it's full, it is rocking, and it is a lot of fun to be at. And the Maui's at a Division II school, by the way, too. Chaminade hosts as a Division II school. So they have a good formula for that. Is a nice, small, intimate venue makes for a lot of fun with some high-level D2 basketball.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome. It's great to have it right here in Polk County. Just talk about the impact of you guys actually being able to host this event, and these brings teams that are coming from around the country, and then also kind of what it's looking like for the actual tournament schedule wise for for viewers who are looking to come out and partake in some great basketball.
Yeah, it's such a big event that it really is an investment to bring this event here and just do it right. And it was investment on Florida Southern's part, but also Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing. Obviously great partners, and we're appreciative of that. But it's an investment, and it's been a lot of work to get ready for this, to get ready for it while we're still playing soccer and volleyball and cross country and everything else that we're doing. But to prepare and have it be first class, because you don't want to bring it here, and we're going to have it for the next 3 years. So you don't want to bring it and not do it really, really well. We want teams to be chomping at the bit to come back to Lakeland in the next few years to play in this event. And then if they don't get back into the event, come back and play in Lakeland, play Florida Southern, play in our venue and be a part of that. The campus has always supported athletics, but we've had to invest in ourselves here in this one to make this a really special event. And it is an event. We have 5 games on Saturday, 5 games on Sunday. The first game starts at 11 o'clock, and they're going to be every 2 hours and 15 minutes, no overtime, right?
That's right.
We're hopeful, but
I
every
don't
2
know.
hours and
Look
15
at the
minutes.
schedule. You may have a worry there.
Listen, I saw some of the teams practicing this morning, and there are some really, really high-level basketball talent that's going to be in the Jenkins Fieldhouse this weekend. So our hope is that people come to a game that they want to watch, and they have a good time, and they stick around for 2 or 3 games. And I've already had multiple people say, we're coming for all 5. We're going to plant, and we're going to watch some basketball.
Well, and if you look at it, it's $25 for a weekend ticket. So you can get all the games on Saturday, all the games on Sunday, which this show is live on November 4th. It'll be the 4th and 5th. No, 5th and 6th, excuse me. The 4th is the Hall of Fame induction ceremony tonight at the Polk Theater. So 5th and 6th. And as you mentioned, 4 of the top 6 in the country are here.
Yep.
So, oh, by the way, you can also support Florida Southern, but 4 of the top 6 in the country, including Northwest Missouri State, who's won the last 3 straight national championships. So the fact that this event has the prestige to pull those type of teams, and Florida Southern has the name recognition that they know that they're going to a quality event, it's a credit to you and your staff.
Well, we're very fortunate to get to host a lot of stuff. We have a lot of really talented student athletes on campus that play at a high level, and we go out and work with you all, and we host as much as we can. We bring as much as we can to our venue, and we're proud of that, and we're excited to continue that. The teams are they're going to be a blast to watch. I mean, they're excited to be here. Who doesn't want to be in Florida, in Polk County, in Lakeland in November, when it's getting cold a little bit everywhere else? Hillsdale from Michigan looked like they were really enjoying themselves as they walked into the gym today. So it's a great time to be here and be playing basketball.
Wonderful. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. Talk about something a sport that's growing tremendously, and the growth of eSports programs. And I know you guys just hired a new director there with Adam Antor. Just talk about that a little bit. A lot of people don't understand eSports, but really how big it's growing. I mean, we're having conferences that we're going to that are eSports specific conferences.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can either choose to get with it and hop on, or get out of the way, because it's coming, and it is a huge piece of where the culture is headed in sport. I know a lot of people who are new to it struggle to call it a sport, but our student athletes, they scout their opponents, they practice, they're held to the same standards as a basketball, baseball, soccer student athlete would be, and they practice, they work really hard. They just got back from traveling for competition. I mean, it is a sport in every sense that you and I grew up calling sports that thing. And Adam has been a wonderful hire for us. He just got NACE AD Coach of the Year nationwide, and has just been a wonderful breath of life. Our hands were all over starting eSports, but Adam's the kind of person who can help us take it to the next level where it needs to go.
Wonderful.
It's a lot of fun. If you're not watching it, I mean, your kids are probably watching it, so you should get an eye on what they're doing. I mean, all of our matches are streamed on Twitch, but even if you don't, I mean, some of them are really simple to understand. Rocket League is really simple to understand. It's soccer with cars, and it can be a lot of fun. So it is something that I encourage everybody to just get a little taste of.
It's amazing. It is. It's hard for me to fathom seeing all the hours my son spent in there playing. I'm like, so technically that was practicing your craft. Why are you not on a full ride somewhere? Because I know how bad he used to beat me at those games. But speaking of really good teams, women's soccer team. So let me go back and set the stage. They were preseason picked to finish dead last in the conference, correct?
11 out of 11, yep.
But they won the conference.
Outright, yep.
So is that the coaches poll or the media poll? I want to know who got this so wrong.
The coaches did. The coaches poll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the coaches poll had it that wrong.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, okay, you're going to put us last. We're going to be first.
Correct. So
instead of 11th, we're 1. Unfortunately, last night in the conference tournament, in the semifinals, they lose in double overtime on penalty kicks.
Right.
But they'll still be in line for a playoff spot, correct?
Yeah, the way the NCAA Division II regionals work, 6 teams get in from this region, and so we've been ranked every week of the polls so far. We were 4th last week, so we're expecting to hold our breath a little bit, but we're expecting to make it in the postseason. Honestly, a remarkable season for women's soccer. Being picked to finish 11th can either force you to put your head down a little bit, or maybe give you some motivation to get after it, and they certainly did that. They've had a great season, really strong defensively, Defender of the Year, Freshman of the Year, Coach of the Year, all in Sunshine State Conference, and they really just found something as a group that was really special this season. Undefeated on the road, they just had a great season, really resilient group. They've had struggles in years past, and that's why the coaches picked them to finish 11th. But those struggles and the grind for them to get better and improve and just stay together as a unit, and they mixed in some really talented transfers and the freshmen, who got Freshman of the Year. They mixed all those things in, and they just kind of bought into what was happening, and it certainly showed with their results on the field. conference championship, first ever conference championship in women's soccer at Florida Southern, and they won it outright with a game to play. I mean, they really showed the rest of the conference that we're to be taken seriously this year.
What are boys and girls basketball picked preseason by the coaches? Are they last? Do we have them right where we want them?
Last. Yeah, the men were
Can
picked.
we move them down?
Yeah, let's slide them down, put it on the locker. Right?
Let's lower the expectation.
The men were picked preseason 4th, and the women were picked preseason 8th. I think for the women, obviously Coach Betsy Harris, who last time I was on, we had Coach Zekas with us.
Yeah.
New coach, they graduated a lot of talent, so there's a lot of unknowns. I have a sneaky suspicion we will not finish the season in 8th. It'll probably be a little bit better than that. And the men were picked to finish 4th, loaded conference. There's a lot of excitement in the conference in terms of basketball to see where everyone is at. Normal talent down at Nova Southeastern, Barry, Rollins. St. Leo's always a good team. Tampa's a good team. So it'll be a fun year for both the men and women.
Wonderful. In regards to other, other seasons, other sports, just kind of give us a quick snapshot of, what's coming up on the horizon for winter sports, spring sports, teams to look out for, kind of preview of that.
I do want to go back real quick.
Okay.
So the same day we won women's soccer conference championship, we also won a Rocket League championship, which we were kind of bouncing around there. But the Rocket League team won the Peach Belt Conference Championship the same day. It was kind of fun. 2 championships in 2 different sports, first time in each in 2 different conferences. It was a unique day.
It's impressive.
It was good. We just finished water ski season, so our men's and women's water ski team placed 5th at Division I Nationals. Beat some really good schools, including the Ohio State hat I saw around her earlier, and Michigan. So they had a great season. But in terms of upcoming, obviously we've touched on basketball. Our men's and women's swim teams are both in the pool right now. They're both ranked 10th nationally. Their seasons have started and have started off really well. And at Florida Southern, we're always so excited for the spring. We're miserably busy, but we're so excited for the spring. Really excited to see our baseball program. They feel like they are right there to really push towards the national tournament. And we're really excited to see what men's golf, women's lacrosse, kind of some perennial talent for us does. And there's always a sport or two that surprises us, and so we're anxious to see who that's going to be. We have a new men's tennis coach this year, Rhett Rollison. Men's lacrosse had a great season last year. It was probably first team out of the tournament. We'd love to see them get in this year. Women's golf looks particularly strong here in the fall tournament. So, man, a lot to be excited about at Florida Southern, a lot to look forward to in terms of talent. We just have some great student athletes that really compete at a high level, fun to watch.
Well, as we circle or come full circle as we have to go to break, but back to the small college basketball tip-off classic, we'd be remiss without mentioning John McCarthy and his part of small college basketball and having the faith in Florida Southern as well as Polk County to bring the event here. He's been working. He's really been working. He's had a lot on his plate. But if you want to know a local connection to the event, Lincoln Memorial University, preseason ranked number 6 in the country. Their head coach graduated from Bartow High School and played on the 2010 state championship team for Bartow, and now he's up there. Now he's the head coach, and he's bringing his team back. So it's almost like a family reunion coming back to Polk County. So that's a neat story. How can people get more information, or what website can they go to about getting tickets or the schedule? Or
Yeah, the easiest way is just fscmox.com. Head to our website. We'll have all the games live streamed. We'll have all the ticket information. We'll have the schedules, all those fun things. If you're on social media, any of the FSC Mox, Florida Southern Mox social media, and then Small College Basketball social media has everything out there. I knew you would not fail to mention the Bartow connection, so I was waiting for that. They were practicing as I was leaving to come here today. But yeah, we're super excited and want everybody to come and watch. If you can't, watch some of them online.
I have never been shy about my connection to Bartow and this town that I love, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos from Sports Central, click the video below and be sure to like, share, and subscribe.